He said there's a bear in his apartment. Dios mío, man. Okay, well, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. 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 Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Hello, all. Welcome to the stream. I am Paul Mosi Hanton, and today we're going to be doing some Zelda Fauxtography, shooting the beautiful land of Hyrule and its enemies, creatures, structures, ruins, dungeons, castles, bridges, and of course, landscapes. If you've missed any of the previous stuff we've done here, you can check out the YouTube page. Most of this stuff will end up on the YouTube. See if Streamlabs is working. Oh, it's working. Dollars looking for Paul's YouTube. Yeah, money. Anyway, most of the stuff, most of the streams will end up on YouTube eventually. And we don't only do gaming stuff; we also do some real life in studio photo shoots, and those will end up on YouTube as well. And there's a lot of content planned for that YouTube page. So if you know, watching old streams is not your thing, I mean, which I don't, that's not the intention. I mean, most people want to watch a stream live. That's kind of the point, right? So if that's not your thing, I will have some more produced type, interesting video game related content stuff up there. And then part of what we're doing here when we're doing these streams is actually helping me develop those videos that I do want to actually produce eventually. It's all work in progress. Everything's a work in progress. I'm relatively new in this space, so cut me some slack, Jack. Just slow down. Just slow down, okay? What else? What else have I got for you? I think that's kind of it. Tomorrow's Friday, so the weekend starts now. According to my rules, Paul's rules indicate. Paul's rules will state that Friday is not the beginning of the weekend. Thursday is the beginning of the weekend. That's just how it works. At least when you're here, that's the rules. So anyway, sit back, relax, let's have some fun. I hope everyone's having a good night. I hope you're ready to watch some cool photo stuff go down. I love a challenge, and I love suggestions. So don't be afraid if you want to see something shot or a type of photo created in the game. I will do my best to try to get that for you. So just let me know. Let me know what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to go about my business. This game is so huge and so beautiful. There's like an endless opportunity for photography. And it's actually kind of overwhelming trying to decide what to shoot next and where we want to go, which is why suggestions are actually great. Cuts my decision-making process out at least a little bit, maybe. Or at least narrows it down a little bit. I like narrowing things down. So obviously always open to suggestions. Yeah, so kick back, relax, take your mind off things for a minute. No worries. There's no worries here. I had a t-shirt. I started a t-shirt company in like middle school, high school. I want to say it's actually probably started in high school. I started a t-shirt company in high school called No Stress. and I do firmly believe in that slogan, no stress. Until I realized there's like kind of like no fear. Like there's a clothing company called No Fear. Not interested. Not interested in copying or at least duplicating a similar vibe. I say created a company is very loose. I drew on white T-shirts with black permanent markers. It was cool. I might still have one somewhere. Anyway, no stress. Relax. Sit back. Let's have some fun. Again, open to suggestions. And yeah, let's see what we can get. First thing we're going to end up doing is actually going over the shots from last stream, which unfortunately we have to do. We have to delete a lot of what we shoot because this game limits me quite a bit in terms of how much I can save on my Sheikah slate, which is the camera item. Oh, thank you, Jason. Thank you. When did that happen? A few seconds ago? Thank you. Why did I miss that? Oh, because I don't have my headphones on. Sorry if I missed that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hope you like Zelda. Hope you like photography. And yeah, sit back, relax. Let's hang out. If you have suggestions, again, happy to try to get something close to what you're asking for. And yeah, let's have some fun. Again, if you're new, you can check out the YouTube. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jace. Oh, sweet dude. Oh, man. I'm glad you said you like the Argus. So, wait. While I'm spouting words at you, I will be full screen. So, if you're interested in that Argus camera, I'm doing a lot with that. Mainly for my other stream. I shoot in-game in a game, if you're familiar or not familiar, with a game called Fallout. Fallout 76 has an in-game camera item that they've based on the Argus. I have 3 of them. There's one up here, and then there's 2 down there, and they're all. I got plans. But in Fallout, we use that in-camera item to shoot with, and I'm gonna customize the camera to look more like the one in game. I found this great guy that sells customizable camera covers for this camera, which is really cool. In the game, again, that we play, Fallout, if you are familiar, you can swap the camera covers, you can swap the lenses. I do own all the lenses for it. I have a couple camera covers to replace for a couple of these, and we're going to be doing that whole customizing process on the stream. That's kind of the plan. Again, I'm fairly new. I don't know if you were here this whole time, but I'm pretty new to all this. This is my studio space that I've been renovating and building, and it's a lot of work. It's a big work in progress. And I don't have my like top-down camera set up. It's just there's no space for it right now. I have a working mat and stuff to do all these customizing projects with, and eventually we'll have that. But if you do like that specifically, we have the ProSnap camera website, which the in-game camera company is called ProSnap Camera. And so that's part of the customizing process is rebranding that camera with the ProSnap label. I have an entire, I have all of the user manuals, and one other big project is going to be scanning all the user manuals, rebranding them with the ProSnap name, and maybe adding some Fallout goodies in there as well. Yeah, New Vegas. I actually am meaning to play New Vegas on the stream. I have not gotten to that the photography quest line in New Vegas because I believe it's part of an expansion that I'd never played. I've never played the expansion. I forget which one it is, Dead Money or whatever, I forget. But I do plan on streaming that quest line because that's going to be fun since I've never done it. In Fallout, there are daily quests to photograph things. There's an entire checklist of photography to do. Like, I haven't even completed a lot of it. And there's an entire, like, Boy Scout, Cub Scout system in that game where you earn badges, and there's an entire photography badge to earn. And that was really... Actually, I don't think I've even earned it yet. That's actually something I should do in 76. There was like a photo test that you have to take on a computer, and I've done that already. I meant to do it on the stream for the first time, but I guess I had done it sometime way back when and forgot. I thought it'd be interesting to actually test my knowledge, but since I've already done it, it's kind of not going to seem like I'm actually doing it. But yeah, New Vegas, and in New Vegas, it's not this camera. It's a different design. It's a completely different design. They didn't start, and as far as I know, actually I could be wrong. I think the broken camera item, which was the first actual physical camera item that you got, physical actual camera in the game, I think the Pro Snap branded one first came in Fallout 4, but I could be wrong. And that is based on, again, you don't use that camera, just what they call the broken Pro Snap camera, and you can get pristine ones and whatever, but that camera is based on the Kodak Brownie Hawkeye that we have sitting right here. Another beautiful camera. I photographed both this and the Argus on the stream. Just cool detail shots. I reserve the right. I'm probably going to photograph them again because I only did one little simple shot. So maybe I'll do some more stuff. Plus, that was before, again, everything was really set up in here. So I'll probably redo like 90% of the stuff I've done for a second time when we have the studio all ready to go, because I have such a small amount of control over things in here. But anyway, I'm not sure if the Pro Snap branding was in New Vegas or not. I should know this. But again, we've been working on our Fallout 76 in-game photography, and then I just started a Fallout 4 game, and I'm just gonna build like a camera store, because you can actually place the camera items to decorate, and I'm gonna make like a little custom camera store in the game, because you can set up little shops and stuff in that game. Thought that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, it's gonna be a lot of stuff with that Argus on this stream. So I thank you very much for following. I think you're in the right spot. If you like photography stuff and photography stuff blended with video game stuff, I mean, this is what we're gonna do. New Vegas is called the Kodak with a C. Kodak R9000, but it looks like a twin lens reflex. Yeah, I gotta check that. I mean, part of what I'm developing is like I'm very interested in, especially in-game camera item design, and again, I'm kind of doing it one game at a time. But in Fallout 76, I've had the most playtime doing the photography in that game, and so I'm gonna hopefully bundle up everything. All of my thoughts on the photography in Fallout 76, as well as some of the stuff we've shot, showing photos that we've taken in game. And then I also really want, if I could ever, I have to contact Bethesda, and it's like, why would they take the time to talk to me? I don't know. We'll see. I should just hit them up. But like I'm very interested in the design process in game. Like, who decided what kind of camera it was going to look like? Was it just an artist that was given the task of picking a camera to design the in-game camera off of, or was it someone really high up that's a huge photo fan and said, no, this is the camera we're using, I love this camera in particular? Like, I'd be interested to know if maybe the people in at Bethesda were photo enthusiasts or amateur professionals at some point or whatever, and this was their favorite type of camera or something. I love to hear that kind of stuff, and so that'd be something I would add to that bundled video when I feel like I've attained enough knowledge and enough information to impart on the viewer in an interesting way. Then I'll have that all wrapped up in the photography in Fallout 76 video. Again, that I've basically, when we're streaming, not only is this cool just to watch and we're taking photos and having fun, but it's also helping develop and build what will be in those actual produced videos. And yeah, again, New Vegas, again, I love, which would that be? I don't think you wouldn't, because it's Obsidian who developed that game. I know it's not Bethesda. Forget. I don't want to. Black Isle Studios. Is that what it was? I shouldn't use names that I don't know. I just know that it was a different. It wasn't all Bethesda, so maybe somebody else. It might have been a completely different art team. Obsidian. It might have been a completely different art team on that game. So that's another game to jump into and do a whole collective review on. And these are, but it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of work, honestly, like playing through, and I have a few games planned that are not as in depth, because in Fallout, again, there's photo quests, there's photo achievements, there's, you know, a camera item that has interchangeable lenses, interchangeable skins. Um, and when I came into the game, because I had played it, that was an update. They didn't add this photo system and the actual, you know, weapon like camera item. There was a photo mode, which is completely separate. That's always been there. But then the actual in-game weapon camera item that you actually can hold up just like any other weapon and shoot things in the game with, um, that didn't get introduced until a later update. And I had taken a break from the game for a little while and then came back into it. And that was like one of the first quests that just popped up on my screen. It was like, fix this camera. Like, you find the camera. And again, I would hope to do a review. Maybe we'll do, actually, I should do that whole quest line, showing you my pit stains. I should do the whole quest line on a stream. That'd be fun. I'd have to start a new character, or at least use one of my other characters that I have not completed that quest line with. But you just, like, the first thing I was reintroduced to that game was, you know, you pick up this camera, you just find a camera on a dead corpse, you pick it up, and then it says, and I think it comes with a list as well, and this was apparently a tourist whose body you have found, who had a checklist of photos to take on their trip to West Virginia, because that game does take place in West Virginia. And you are then tasked with fixing the camera, taking all those photos of all those. It's called bucket list. It's called, the quest, I believe, is called bucket list, and you have to shoot all those things. And I picked that up and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing. This is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. And then that also leads to the Cub Scout, Boy Scout, Girl Scout, whatever type photography badge earning as well. That was really fun. And then on top of that, there are daily quests that you can receive to go take pictures of different things. Although those are kind of boring just because it's kind of repetitive. And most of the fun photo stuff is outside of those quests. But either way, that's all that is, like, you know, the entirety of all the information that I would try to package into one nice tight little video about that game in particular. Second game we're talking about, again, which is what we're on to tonight. Sorry to digress a little too much for anybody who's only interested in Zelda. I know the viewers, it's like a huge viewer count, so I'm sure there's a lot of people just waiting, but we're shooting in Zelda tonight, and I do plan, again, to do this a similar thing in Zelda, where we talk about the camera item. What is it most similar to in real life, how we shoot with it, what we can shoot, what we've learned shooting with it, some of the photos that we've taken, things like that. So anyway, we're going to do that today, or tonight. It's Zelda. And so, yeah, sit back, relax. Obviously, you know, any suggestions, again, if you're a fan of Zelda. Also, you mentioned my Argus, and then I noticed my Argus is not, my show Argus, my display Argus is not right up there. Also, this little video camera kind of looks like one of the video cameras that are in Fallout 4 that you just find. You pick up these little video cameras. Kind of has a similar look to my little Optora, my Canon. This is my first video camera I ever bought. Anyway, tell you my life story. How about that? You know what? Let's put Zelda on pause, which it is already. I mean, it's sitting there on pause. I'm just going to give you my whole life story for a good hour, two and a half to 20 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get some photography here. Are you fancy having a Nora Argus than a show? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, they're very cheap. First of all, I don't know if you know how inexpensive those are. You can get those for like less than $20 on eBay. I did splurge because I am a completionist, collectionist type person. I bought an in-box with the user manuals, with the original flash. I bought a full box model, again, because I do want to have a complete rebranding of everything to do with that camera. And one of the big things that I hope to do is customizing. I have two cameras that I can customize. I'm going to fully customize one, rebrand an entire one of the other cameras. and repackage it, which I don't know. I mean, I might not be able to do this repackaging. I don't know how that's going to work. Again, it's work in progress. You bought my 129. You bought a full kit though. You bought the collector's in box because that's about how much I paid for an in box. Mine was not near pristine though. I mean, the box that I got is beaten up as hell. I think I saw like a new old stock one for sale for like exorbitant amount of money that I couldn't do. Just an Argus and bubble wrap. What? You bought a C3 for 129 bucks? Either way, they're great cameras, so it wasn't a waste of cash in any way. But if you really love those cameras, I'm hopefully gonna either give one away or auction it off. I do have an eBay account that I've bought and sold a lot of high-end camera gear on, and maybe I'll do like an eBay auction because I am poor. Is this my job? I was gonna pay her $50 in shipping from America. Oh, you were okay. If it was out of country, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, if shipping was adding a lot to the cost, I get you. Anyway, if you stick around long enough and follow the stream, I do hopefully want to either give again. I would give away. Yeah, I will give it away if that seems popular. It's just that like if there's only like 5 people that watch my stream, which is pretty much the case right now, it's like doing a giveaway to like 5 people is kind of ridiculous. Not gonna really be a big promotional thing if I just give it away to some one person, but an auction, then I maybe can recoup my expenses on it because I did spend money and this is a business. And I do not currently make much money off of it, so I can't sink too much into it. But I do plan on giving one of those away. I want to test it out first. Kind of the first thing I was going to do is pop a couple rolls through these, make sure they actually function, and then I will clean, lube, and adjust them on the stream if necessary. That was one of the things I wanted to do. Open it up, clean it. It's a very easy camera to service, at least as far as it looks. I haven't done that yet. I'm pretty savvy with that kind of stuff, but you can open it up. I messed up and ruined my first film. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh. When I bought one of these, it came with a roll of film. It came with a roll of Kodak Kodachrome 2 color slide film that had shot like maybe a couple images on, and it probably is ruined as well because I opened it up. But that would have been fun to develop those. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. You're messing up the film. That's no fun. Hopefully the next roll will not get ruined, and hopefully you're developing it yourself. Are you good at developing yourself, or are you gonna send it out? What? I didn't know the film locked, so I just chewed up the notches. Oh, I see. Yeah. When you're advancing, yeah, you have to unlock. Yeah, you have to press the little thing to unlock the sprocket catcher or whatever they call it. Gonna do home development. Nice, yeah. What I am in right now, this is my old, now out of commission darkroom. I mean, I could still print and develop in here. It's still light sealed and everything, but I just haven't. I have not developed. I haven't developed or shot much film in a long time, so hopefully we'll get back. I plan on getting back into that with these again, now developing this content with these cameras. Hope to shoot a little bit, talk about it, and then I also have pretty interesting. I have an adapter for my Canon mirrorless camera to put the lenses from the Argus onto my mirrorless camera, and I'm gonna play around with that and see how they look on a modern sensor. It'd be pretty cool. So anyway, a lot of stuff. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that camera got you to be interested, because like there's so much to do with that camera on the stream. So hopefully I will get that done in a timely manner, so as to hold my viewers' interest. Because again, I know I'm like so slow with everything. Again, I'm just kind of starting out here. I guess it's been like 6 months now. Has it been 6 months? I should go back and look at my first stream. either way, everything has been a huge work in progress. So I apologize if I drag my feet on any of this stuff that I mention. What's up, Gary? 40 fall. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was 40th, huh? Cha-ching. Do I actually have 40? I think that's wrong. I think I might have lost a follower because I think technically, I don't know which one is more on point. The follower goal on my Streamlabs or the follower goal on my Twitch. Either way, it's awesome. And every time, seriously, when somebody follows, if somebody follows, new person follows, it's a really good feeling. And when somebody, especially if they're interested in what's going on and they have a lot to say and talk about on these lines, it's amazing. So, Jason, thank you very much, my friend. Like I said, tonight we're going to do Zelda stuff. Tomorrow, though, Jason, if you're around, tomorrow we are doing, it's Fallout Fauxtography Friday. And I will be shooting with the Argus, the in-game Argus, of course, on that stream. So obviously, if Zelda doesn't float your boat and you're more interested in seeing something that pertains to the Argus, again, tomorrow, it will be Fallout Sat. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I get you. Different spot in the world. So technically, is it Friday? Is it Friday right now for you then? That would make sense. Either way, yeah, Fallout Saturday. That's funny. I didn't even think about that my stream titles might be a little nonsensical for anybody that's not in this area or in this hemisphere or time zone, whatever. Either way. Hopefully this is interesting. Hopefully it's interesting enough. Okay, so anyway, what did I say? We're gonna look at the images we've taken so far. Let's just go back. I'll do a quick review of all of them. First time we shot this golden Lionel. I really do love this shot. This is probably gonna stay on unless we go back to this location and get a very similar shot. I'll probably keep this one for a long time. It's the first keeper of any of the streams, so I'll probably always keep that. Shot Temple of Time with a little bit of the dueling peaks. And I believe that's Death Mountain, just on the over the shoulder, left shoulder or right shoulder, whatever, of Dueling Peaks, the left side of the frame. Oh yeah, enjoying the stream. Don't forget to follow, turn on notifications when I go live. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Shot. I love shooting enemies and architecture and landscape, so we're gonna do everything. Temple of Time. Love this shot. Sunrise or sunset, I should know. Just behind Temple of Time. Love that shot. Another Lionel charging at me. It's funny. I thought this shot was so good the first time we got it. But now looking at it, I'm not as blown away by it as I was the first time. So we might have to go back and shoot this. I'm going to keep it for now, though. In the Colosseum Ruins is this location. Obviously, it says top right corner. And love this shot, though, looking out from inside the Colosseum Ruins, just through that arch with Hyrule Castle framed and a little bit of a glow from maybe the sunrise coming up right there. I think it was, yeah, because then we went into sunny shots of this broken wall on the top of the Colosseum Ruins. Beautiful Death Mountain behind it and a little bit of Hyrule Castle as well. Adventurer just going out, setting out that light beam that this person is walking towards, which is kind of the storyline that I was building with this image. Those light beams, it's a really rare event to come across. It's just a rare item that you can find at very specific times, and it goes away at the end of the night or the beginning of the day, whatever. Same thing. And we were frantically trying to get a good shot of it as the light was coming up. I do like this shot, though. Again, though, it's like now that looking back on some of these, I see so many imperfections that I'll probably end up deleting a lot of these eventually, but we'll keep these for now. Little adventurer heading out from the Fort Hateno ruins, going on some kind of adventure. Fun. Another one of those rare star fragment drops right next to Lake Hylia Bridge. Love that shot. The color in this is amazing. Just right before the sun was actually rising again. We got one of the labyrinths, Lomai Labyrinth shot during a little thunderstorm. This is actually illuminated from some of the thunder or lightning. And I would love to shoot this again too. It's another one that I'm like, I've realized the error of my technique here in some ways. So we'll maybe change that. The Blood Moon Rising. It's another rare event. Blood Moon Rising right next to the Deep Akali Research Center, which has the telescope on its roof. I thought that's very fitting with the moon in there and the telescope. A little bit longer into that Blood Moon Rising when it's just about to peak. This shot, I really wanted that moon to be just perfectly framed between those clouds on the left side. That would have made this shot really magical, but as it is here, it's just kind of getting washed out, I guess, a little bit by it's getting eaten up by the red clouds. They're too close in color, and then they blend into each other, so you don't see that distinct circle of the moon that you should see, I think, if it had been framed properly. But it was such a rare event. We just came across this. I'm never going to be able to determine when this is going to happen. I mean, I think you can, because there's a very specific time. It happens, I think, every 2 weeks in the game or every week in the game or something. So I could measure the timing, but I'm never going to be able to remember. I'm never going to be able to write. I'd probably have to, I don't even know. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure if that's how it works, but I think it is. Moonrise, or moonset, actually. This is as the moon was going down right next to Death Mountain. Love that shot. Love the glow from the lava. That's what really makes most of the shots of Death Mountain special, is that beautiful glow. Really dark. This is when we were doing Halloween, trying to shoot some creepy stuff for Halloween. We went to the Hyrule Castle ruins, and we shot some photos during a lightning storm. I think that lightning storm is what really made this area feel a lot darker, and you could just barely see the castle on the left side of the frame there. And we shot some guardians. These guys are very tough enemies, but it's really fun trying to time and compose a shot with them in there, because they're frantically moving around, and they are very difficult. So they kick my ass every time I'm near them. So I'm usually dying a little bit, and then just trying to shoot some photos. It's fun. Anyway, this shot came out really good. This is one of my favorite shots of all time so far as well. Although I think I should have either panned to the left just a little bit, or I wish that guardian had been more on the right side of the frame. There's just a lot of negative space and just uninteresting stuff on the right side of the frame, and it would balance everything out better if that guardian was just moved to the right side of the frame just a little bit more. Still sweet though. Another sweet shot of the guardian, this time with a Stalnox, giant skeleton creature about to slam me with a tree trunk. Again, really cool. Timing these shots so that laser beam is just about to fire at me with those blue pulses coming out from those guardians. It ends up looking really cool, but it is difficult. Here's another charging Lionel. Again, Lionels are really difficult, so getting these shots, or like anytime I get like a well-framed shot that has like a decent composition, I'm like, I want to keep that. But this one came out particularly well. I like that he's almost filling the frame completely, suggesting his large size. And then I like that you can see that full shadow on the floor, although I don't know if I'd like it better or worse if those little flowers weren't there. I kind of like how those little grass shoots or whatever those are sticking out. Those kind of add like a little bit of a frame to the front end of the image, so I kind of liked them. But then now looking at it and seeing that it's kind of blocking the shadow, I don't know, it's like maybe a little distracting, but either way, love that shot. We got a little bit of Farosh the dragon flying over Hyrule Castle or Hyrule Lake Bridge. Yeah, it's Hyrule Lake Bridge, right? Luckily, I have my map that we can swap to real fast. I'm gonna try my best to always say the right, quote the right area and subject and whatnot. Bridge of Hylia. Oh, is it just called Bridge of Hylia, not Lake Hylia Bridge? This is what I'm talking about. Get it right, Paul. Farosh, just leaping, flying over. Bridge of Hylia. I think I've been calling it Lake Hylia Bridge like for a long time, but whatever. Here's another labyrinth shot at sunrise. A little bit of Death Mountain overshadowing, just watching over the labyrinth as the sun's rising through that little valley there. Love that shot. I'll probably try to decide on one of two of these to keep. Probably end up being the wider one, maybe. I like how you can feel that ravine, so you know that this structure is on the edge of a really steep cliff. Kind of adds to the mood, adds to the scenes. And this first one is really sweet. But again, I kind of like the breathing room that there is on that left side to help bring your eye into it and lead you through. I guess. Sherfin's Hot Springs. I think so. We were doing like creepy stuff for Halloween, and then I think I decided, I was like, oh, it's winter. After we got into like November, December, then we started shooting winter-based stuff, and so we went to these hot springs and got these cool shots of the hot spring. Again, I think I got to delete one of two of these, and they both have their merits, but either way. Eventually, these are all keepers that we've decided to keep a long time ago, so I'm going to try to hold on to those, and I'll only delete and get rid of the ones from our previous day. Shot this little golden goblin standing in front of Mount Hylia, right? Mount Hylia, I do believe, yeah, Mount Hylia, yes. Mount Hylia with little goblin guarding his beef, or his meat that he's cooking up. Again, I probably should delete like one of these. This is the same enemy that we fought for like 30 minutes taking photos of him. I wonder if they question during any of that, like, why is this guy just taking photos, not shooting at me or anything? I don't know. I do like this shot, but there's just something, I think like the composition could have been stronger had the goblin been separated from that beautiful mountainside, which that should be, I believe we had determined that would be a piece of like Zico Mesa or the Gerudo Highlands. I believe. Why did we mark Heber Peak? I forget what we're doing up here. But if those two elements are separated, it would have been a little bit of a stronger composition. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me all that much, I guess. The color is gorgeous, though. I like how the enemy is very gold on the left side of the frame, and then the sunset is also very warm on the right side. And so his color kind of balances with that strong, warm color on the right side. This isn't the same goblin, but similar vibe. Goblin about to attack me. This one I could probably delete. I'm going to say this one's up for deletion. We're trying to get that skull cavern thing behind it as part of the composition. Because like something like this is so much more special, where it's like Silver Goblin dancing, Boko Goblin, right? Let me make sure I'm also stating these names. Abokos, the Boko Goblins. There's our picture. And another really cool thing about shooting in this game is these little profile pictures for each one of the enemies. This is a picture that I took. So we took this shot during one of the streams. It actually is a really fun little... it's just like another little side thing to do, taking these photos and then having these really cool portraits pop up for the compendium. I think that's a really cool thing. But yeah, Boko Goblins. Silver Boko Goblin with appendages on fire. And there's that little V, flying V right above his head. The color here is also gorgeous, I think. I think it was sun was setting here. Yeah, it's actually, I'm just going to delete this one. This one's like not that great. I don't know. Again, I like all these. This is why I saved them at all, but it's like we have a limited space. Same with this one. It's like I do love this shot very much. Don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, I don't know. This could be more. Again, I thought here I wanted more of the sky above those keys. What the bats are called, keys. Kiss my ass, Capitan. That I wanted more of those flying behind it. Because they do come, sometimes geese will show up in giant swarms. And that would have been really cool, a giant swarm of them behind these little ones that were really close. Although it would have been probably tough. Actually, it definitely would have been really tough to get that framed right. But I love the challenge. Either way, this one's like kind of so let's just Let's just it away. Here we are on Mount... What is that called? I should know this. I was just here. Dude, I'm trying to educate myself. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than ignorance and not knowing every enemy's name and every landscape and every geographical location in this game is ignorance at its best or worst, whatever makes sense. Satori Mountain. We were on Satori Mountain. We were right here. Yep, they're right here at this beautiful little lake with this beautiful tree. The color doesn't quite come through while this event is happening. This is kind of a really rare event, and the whole area is kind of filled with this mist or fog. And so the color kind of gets a little washed out, a little washed out, but it's a rare event to see this guy. So I'm kind of stoked we got a photo of him. I think we could go back and get a better shot though, in all honesty. Eventually, maybe. I do love that location, and that's such a beautiful location. Again, I mean, anywhere we go in this game will give us some beautiful environment to shoot or beautiful subjects to photograph. There's like, it does not lack anything. The only bummer is that at night, I want to say there's certain times of the day where the photos, I mean, just like real life, the photos just don't come out as well because it seems to add like this just low contrast, overall low contrast look that ends up kind of feeling kind of weird. But when you have subjects like this that have light sources on them, then it feels great because it's going to make them stand out. So in this case, these NPCs have little lamps attached, and when we were shooting this, if you recall, if you were here, we were shooting this. It started raining, and we found this guy running over. This guy ran over to get under the tree to shelter from the rain, which is awesome. And then we were shooting just him standing under the tree, and as we were shooting, his lamp came on, and then that little merchant behind him on the right side of the frame, whose name is Beetle, his light came on too, and then it was like it's perfect. It made this image so much more special than it would have been without those beautiful little light sources. So, got to try to keep that in mind. There's Faroche again. This is actually a really sweet shot of Faroche. I like that shot. I like that he's right above that cloud or that storm cell or whatever that is. Over there's the Hebra Mountains. Are those the Hebra Mountains? Let's see, we had come here. We were here. Yes, this is a Lionel. That's why we have it marked, Golden Lionel, which maybe I'll go shoot this guy again at some point. There were some really cool circumstances going down, which we'll get to in a second. But Faroche came flying by, and I believe that mountainside that he is flying over, well, let's see, that is one of the great beasts, so it must be, well, no, I guess that's like so hard to tell. It is really hard to tell. You really have to pinpoint it on the map, but it's snow covered, so it's got to be one of these. I mean, it's got to be like one of these hillsides that we're looking at. It's probably Zerko Mesa or Saphia's. Might even be Saphia's table. Could be. And then that might be a little piece of the Divine Beast, Vadnaboris, just in front of his face there. Anyway, shot came out pretty cool. I'll probably delete this one too, though. It's nice. It's just, you know. We did a whole treasure photo shoot with these Ice Breath Lizalfos. Trying to get a cool shot of a guarded treasure box, which maybe I'll do more of. I love treasure boxes, treasure chests in real life. Shit, man. I mean, I got a treasure box. Check this thing out. Let me just real quick, while we're on the subject of treasure boxes, check out this awesome. This is actually something I'm going to be photographing on the channel at some point. This is a very special. This is a very special box to me. It's my little treasure box, which one day will be full of gold. Right now, it just has like special little trinkets and stuff from cool special things, like my Duclos sticker. I love lenses. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Duclos items. There's some cool stuff. And I got a wooden nickel from Wooden Nickel. You know, I got my minis from. There's my Paladin mini from. I don't need to show you guys all this. From D&D. Anyway, treasure boxes are really cool. I'll probably photograph this thing. I definitely will photograph this thing on the stream at some point. But anyway, I reserve the right to photograph this treasure box in this game as many times as I want. And in other games that have treasure boxes that we end up doing photo stuff in, I promise to shoot treasure boxes. Anyway, this was a cool shot of him leaping next to it. I think this shot could have been a little tighter if I'd zoomed in a little bit. Unfortunately, it is not easy to zoom during the action. So I end up kind of with some weird composition sometimes. Here's the same thing again. Hey, bro, what's up, Johnny? Thank you. Thank you, Redeem. Thank you. Ice Breath Lizalfos, guarding treasure box. I don't know how much I like either of those. They were fun to get, but I don't know. There's nothing really that special about them. Okay, this one's really sick, though. I like this one a lot. This one's, the framing is tight enough on all of the relevant subjects in the shot. There's not, like, again, in this one, I mean, there's just so much space around the periphery of our main subjects. And in my opinion, the main subjects here are both the Ice Breath of Zalfos treasure box and then that little Death Mountain popping over their right side. And like the framing, there's just so much looseness to the framing there that it just feels a little messy, a little sloppy. It's a little sloppy. This one has some tight framing with all the elements, I want to say, or they're fitted in the frame to make it feel a little bit more well balanced. And again, this one, now there's a lot less free, empty space surrounding all these relevant subjects. So it feels like a tighter image. Plus the lighting, because it was, and now I believe, that's definitely sunset. You can see the sun going from very high in the sky here, very bright, and then the light going down as the sun is setting. This shot is probably the best of those three. So actually, let's just delete these. Let's just do this now. I know I'm going to need to do this. Such a limited camera roll. Kind of sucks. And then we did the shot of the treasure box. This is a trash shot of a treasure box. We will get a better shot. That's a really bad one. Really bad one. Oh, that's right. So this Lionel was... We popped up to this mountainside and started fighting this Lionel. And as we were fighting the Lionel, the blood moon rose. I guess I didn't get a good shot of him with the blood moon, huh? I think I scummed it a couple times to try to get a blood moon shot. But I'm gonna try. Also, I'm gonna try not to do that because that can get just so repetitive and boring, unless it's something real special. Anyway, this shot of the Lionel, I liked how isolated he was. It's just not a good shot. The light is, again, it's nighttime, so it's a very low contrast, kind of muddy look. And then, oh yeah, so after the blood moon, so many things, so many little unique things happened all at once. Just trying to get a good shot of Lionel amongst the snow-covered field hillside here. Then the blood moon popped up. Then Faroche pops up. And I was like, I gotta get a good Faroche shot with the Lionel. And I did not achieve perfection in any of them, unfortunately. I think all of these are kind of messy. Yeah, like this one. This was all right. It's like, It's just so much negative space on the right side of the frame. The Lionel's face is just engulfed in that flame, which he's about to shoot at me. Had I caught him like right as he was shooting the flame, that could have been cool. And then his weapon is kind of popping out of the frame. He's stacked up against Faroche. Like if Faroche was larger in the frame and his head was fully engulfing that right side where all that negative space is, that could have been real cool. But as it is, he's just kind of, I don't know, he's just popping out of just the like it's so like everything that's interesting is so left side heavy in this frame. So it's like it's going away. I've talked myself into it. You've talked me into it. This was probably the coolest shot. This was like maybe like 1 second too soon. Although the Lionel right here, he is posed. He's about to leap in the air and do this downward jab attack. And so I couldn't wait any longer for his composition. I wanted Faroche, his head, to just be extremely large in the frame. Again, look at all that negative space on the top left side. There's nothing there. If his head was filling that whole area, this would have been real magical. Other than that, it's just like kind of silly how it's Faroche's head peeking out from the edge of the frame with the Lionel about to leap. But I guess I'll save that one for now just because it was such a rare event. And then we got the Lionel charging at me. A little bit of that wolf or what are those called? What are those called? I had to look this up last time too. No. Don't delete anything. What are those called? Something snow wasteland. Cold-footed wolf. Cold-footed wolf. Why is it cold-footed? Because it's in the snow and your feet get cold in the snow. This is how I'm gonna try to remember it. Yeah, like I'm never gonna remember all these. Remember how I said it's ignorance to not know all this? I'm happy being ignorant. I'm happy. I can't. I'm still gonna try. Damn it, I gotta try. Okay, cold-footed wolf. Do I spend too much? Am I spending too much time reviewing, by the way? Does this get, like, is it boring to go over stuff this long? Should I just get to the action? Either way, this shot's Look at that. It's just so messy, his composition. No. Ooh, this shot's sick. This shot's real sick. The only thing I wish here is that his damn weapon... I could have been a little bit tighter, totally, because there's, again, on the periphery of the frame, just so much space that's boring. His weapon is just so large, it's hard to not crop it out if you get too tight on him. But with that moon in the background right behind him, how cool is that? And at least the frame feels kind of balanced. Kind of. I'll save that one for now, too. Matt, that's hilarious. I would actually have loved to, if it was real tight like this and the moon wasn't getting blocked by his giant left arm. I was going to say bicep. That could have been cool. And I tilted up a little bit more. I would have loved more of his horns and less of his hooves, because you would have seen that one hoof. Anyway, this shot's delete that. But yeah, is it like, is this too long to do this kind of stuff? Another fireball too much in his face, and there's the Faroche in the background, but he's facing away from us. No, this shot's This shot's I really wanted to get a shot of Faroche. Okay, this shot's sick. Love this shot. Keeping that. Sunrise. Just behind this Lionel. Again, about to do that downward jab attack. keeping that. And then we did our obligatory self-portrait at the end where we were. So let's delete that. Okay, how much room do we have? This is the question. Ooh, we have 16 shots. I can get by with that. This is not as bad as Fallout, where we cannot pause. We have to get everything done in real time. So pausing to review and delete something is not possible. Whereas in this game, at least I have the ability to pause, and then we can get some of those things deleted, add some space to the camera roll, and keep shooting. So I have that. Anyway, I was here at the fairy fountain because if you had recalled, and I appreciate y'all reminding me, I did need fairies so that I can't die as easily. And I also think I needed some food. I should have done that too while I was off the stream. What food did I need? I got plenty of No, we're fine. I'll be fine. Okay. No need to cook. But yeah, I got plenty of fairies, so I shouldn't have to die as much. Or, I mean, I think I died during that last battle with the Lionel on the top of that mountain, and that was really a real bummer because we lost. I think I had taken 1 or 2 good blood moon shots with him in there. But whatever. Okay, so where do we want to go first? And what did we learn last time? We tried to ride a horse and take photos, which you cannot do, unfortunately. That would actually, if that had been possible, by the way, can I call? Where's my horse? Anyway, one thing that's really cool... whatever. Oh, look at this beautiful sunrise. Let's get this shot really quick. I'm going to do an entire Kakariko Village shoot sometime. Oh, look at that sunrise, though. With these, like, magical cliffs. Oof. Yes, tighten up a little bit on them. Maybe a little blown out on that left side. Ooh, look at those birds. Oh! Let's let them get into that top corner a little more. One more shot of this. It's hard because the Sheikah slate blocks some of the actual composition. Kind of a bummer. Dude, that shot's sick. Okay, saving that one for now. That was really cool. Yeah. I mean, these landscapes, dude, you know, pretty beautiful. I feel like I need my wallet taken away from me so I don't follow through with my urge of getting some more cameras or film. You know what, dude? I would argue, unless, well, obviously, if you need money for food, don't spend it on, or rent, or so, don't spend it on camera stuff. But in my opinion, buying camera equipment is a very worthy use of your money because it will increase your creativity, which has its own value. Camera number 15. And Paul's a bad influence. No, but the cool thing about cameras, film, I guess, no, film, either way, when you're creating photos and creating art, those have a lot of value, in my opinion, no matter who you are. And also the camera equipment itself, obviously depending on what you buy, still retains quite a bit of its value. So it's like in my like, I literally look at, like, I own some lenses. I own some pretty expensive lenses. And I don't even intend to necessarily keep them. Like, I invested in them. I'm shooting with them, but they're like a little savings account. And when I need money, I'm going to sell, I can sell off little pieces here and there. But again, as it stands, it's like you have the ability, you're using that to create, which if you can sell your photos, you can sell your work. I plan on eventually on here or on one of my websites or one of the, like on my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. Which, I mean, if you're really looking, if you're looking to spend money on, I mean, if you're like just swimming, if you're swimming in the cash, I got a pretty sweet Patreon set up. And that goes straight to the channel, helping develop this content and help. So there's always that. No, buy cameras. I support your choice of buying. I think it's a very worthy. Plus, you're also, you know, like if it's used stuff, you're
Action is now ready to roll.
Very nice. You know, somebody else, you're giving that money to somebody else who might need it. You know, if you're buying it from somebody used, I usually buy most of my camera stuff used. And if you're buying from a store, then you're helping support that business and helping support that, you know, those people. So it's kind of a win-win. Again, you get some creative juice out of it, you know. Other people, you're supporting them. Yeah, again, if you're not in dire need, yeah, buy camera stuff, shoot more photos, be creative, man. I mean, that's one thing. I've said this before on my stream. If there's anything that I would love people to take away from this stream, I would just love it if I was influencing people to shoot more and take more photos and enjoy every second of it too, most especially. And so I'm always gonna encourage that. Anyway, is it still winter? Let's keep going with our winter theme. Is it still winter? It's technically winter, right? I mean, I'm in California, and no, it has never been winter here. I think it snowed in the city I live like once in like the 30 years of my life. I've only seen, or I didn't even see it. It's like when I was very young. They usually truck snow in and dump it on the playground for the kids in California. And they're like, there's snow. Have at it, dude. And then it gets real brown and gross looking after like 10 minutes. The closest to snow I see it is hail. Yeah, we get hail sometimes. Yeah, hail will pop up. But yeah, no winter of sort. I'm sweating it. I'm like real hot, actually. I should turn on I have a little air conditioner that I could turn on if I wanted to, but I'm okay. I'm all right. During the summer though, oh, that thing's blasting me directly all stream. Anyway, let's do some, let's go snowy. Let's do snowy again. Let's go back. Let's do, yeah, let's go back to Mount Hylia, but we didn't shoot at Mount Hylia. So let's go up to the top here and get some shots. I think there's this snowy mountain, or snow-covered wall here that could be really cool, with some other snow item enemies. Let's check that out. If it doesn't work, we'll fly. We'll fly, man. We've got that one landscape shot though. Yeah, I can talk though. So if it's, you know, if those reviews, if those get boring, just be like, get on with it. It's a Monty Python thing. Get on with it. We actually need that as a redemption is what we should have. That should be a thing. And then when like everybody's getting bored, you can hit me with one of those. Get on with it. Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful landscape though. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm going to be too cold here. So let's pop on our things. We want our snow boots. I think I can get away with snow boots here. Doesn't add to my total, which is kind of bullshit. These should reduce your temperature or increase your temperature just like the other snow-based stuff does, but whatever. Okay, so these are the guys. These are the guys. We did this photo shoot down here of these guys last time. So I'm not going to shoot these guys again because we have all those photos from that first attempt. So let's just maybe kill those guys. Gotta take these guys out. Use my silly weapons. Make real quick work. Oh, throw that barrel. Go ahead, pal. See what happens. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Ooh, nice little autosave. Okay. Break you. What is this? Got a legendary property on it. Do I have anything crap that I can... I want the leaf on me. Guess this thing is kind of stupid. Surprisingly easy to wield. So why aren't I holding it with one hand then? If it's so easy to wield. Bull crap. I'd look like you know, somebody sweet with one-handed giant sword, like a Cloud or something from FF Sevs. My film hopefully will be shipped today. Got some black and white 35 coming for me. Yes. Yes, we did. I had one day we had done a scanning session because I owned one of those even before Fallout had come out. I have two older brothers that are highly influential to me that are both photographers, amazing photographers, and one of them had previously bought one of those Arguses years and years and years ago. So I just basically took that. It became mine for my brother, the first one. And I had shot with it like 2 decades ago or something, when a long time ago. And I have a roll of film that I had shot back then. And so I did a stream where we scanned some of that film, and I royally screwed up the scanning, which is why you will never find that video anywhere. But I do plan on maybe going back, doing another scanning session. And then eventually, again, I'm going to put some rolls of film through the ones that we have. Maybe, you know, what would be really fitting is to do a Fallout themed photo shoot with the Argus. That would be kind of cool. Got to write that down. Oh yeah, let's try to check out this Dragon Bone Boko. Whoops. Drop. Is this better? No. Durability. Screw you. But yeah, first cameras was the brownie. Oh, nice. The same little Hawkeye that I got here. Whoa, 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 snowballs. I guess those are supposed to have been pushed by those guys that I already killed, because I think you would be coming up this direction. Dude, we got a snowball photo shoot. I don't know what I would do with these. Kind of need enemies. Here we go. Oh, yes. Okay. Ooh. Save that for now. It's pretty trash, though. See, okay, here's what's cool, though, is when we take these photos of these guys, sometimes, and it's kind of difficult to get one without really trying to do it, because they have to be extremely well centered in the frame, just within that, like, secondary framing box. 620 brownie. Oh, nice. Take pictures of it. Take pictures with it. And send them in. Send me all your photos. I don't know. Is it possible to post? Can you post images? You can post images in the chat, right? Somebody did something. It might have been a link. Ha. No pun intended, because we're playing Zelda. Might have just been a link to a photo that somebody... So you can't post photos. I was going to say, take a photo of the camera, put it in. Yeah, right. You can post links. But yeah, if you had a... I love cameras, man. Oh, look at this guy, though, dude. We're going to get a shot. I got that snowy... Ooh. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. He's swinging that thing like it's a baseball bat. And those balls behind him look very much like baseballs. So, this is all very fitting. Come over here, pal. Come over here. And then, yep, stay there, kind of. Stay here. Come over here. Yep, swing at me, yep. He hit it. That was hilarious. Okay, get him. He's got a... he's very stacked up. Okay, so let's put him... Actually, I would like that portrait better of him, but it's framed weird. Oop, hitting the balls. Gonna swing at me, or... Oh! Ooh, that shot's sweet! That shot's okay. It's a little, I don't know, I should tilt it down maybe a little bit. Save that one. Okay, let's get a portrait of him. I don't have a good shot of these guys, really, so let's get a shot of him for the compendium specifically, which, again, I'm going to get to pose it, like, in this little hitbox thing. So you got to save it, and then it'll give me... So that is a better shot. It's so hard to tell... Yeah, that's good, I guess. Yeah, I like the one of him swinging better. Okay, anyway, that's a cool shot. All right. Bye. Bye, pal. Yeah, dude, I will follow... I click on every link that I'm sent, and I follow all instructions that I find through that link, no matter what information is being asked of me. Oh, nice, Instagram. Okay, Instagram's safe. I can't show it on here. Oh, that's sweet. That's a good... Oh, dude. Filmbox, it does a decent job, too. That's a sweet way to... I just like the way that look. That looks just really cool. Time to grab your credit card detail. Yeah. Yeah, that's rad. Yeah, I like cameras and photography stuff. Okay, where are we gonna... Wait, let's actually review those, because I'm gonna need to delete some of those. Okay, so that was for the compendium. Gone. That was the one that we got for the compendium. Gone. I see how I have to frame them directly in the center of the frame for it to work as those compendium images, so... nah, shot's not that great. I was still trying to get stuff for compendium. This shot's great. I like this. I like him charging at me. He is just barely in, and what I kind of like it for that reason. Like, his left arm is like barely within the frame, the right side of the frame, his left arm. It's like, I like that his finger is not cropped at all, and then it is almost the same as the club itself that he's holding with his right hand. That is just barely within the frame on the bottom side. So I like that is how that worked out. There's a lot of headroom here. I actually do wish I would have tilted down a little bit. But that's fine. It's okay. And here he is, batter up. He's like, batter up, dude. I got these giant balls behind me. And I'm about to swing my giant thing. This is a classic example of too many items stacked up. If I had just shifted my position to my left, camera left, just a little bit, it would have spread out all three of those elements, the two balls, and I should know this. It's going to be a stalk goblin. The stalk goblin. It would have made, separated the stalk goblin from those two balls and the two balls from each other. Because again, as it is now, it's like so much clutter in the very center of the frame. So, the shot's okay too. We gotta keep. Okay, the swing, no. We're only gonna keep this one of that beautiful landscape. And then we'll keep, we gotta get rid of one or two of these. I think I like, despite all that critique of this image, I think I like it better than this one. Even though right here, it looks like he's like actually warming up to swing. I think overall I like this one better, so yeah, let's delete that one. Okay. Okay, back to it. What is... Ooh, Keese again. kiss my ass. Okay, there's 3 of them. Dude, let's see if we can get some snowball shot with them, too. Again, I'm trying to be on theme here. Wait, no, they stopped following me. Let me aggro you. Ooh. Dude, you see those thunderstorm? Oh, schnitzel, we got a thunderstorm coming. Ooh. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, come on. Come on, attack bear. Lightning. Ah, I need that lightning. I don't even like that shot. I hear something breathing, too. Something big. Did that storm go away already? That's alright, we got 1 new photo for the compendium from that other shoot we did. Oh man, I love the way that the lightning was lighting up. Oh, did they just leave, like, literally? Okay, so this is the end of their jurisdiction. I'm out of your jurisdiction there, but then if I'm here... Oh, no, now they're... Okay. That was silly. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to kite them over to the balls. Unfortunately. Now, here's something else, though, down here. Golden Boko. Maybe he'll come over and play. Although we have so many Golden Boko shots. Oh, there's an ice keys, too. Are they ice keys or the cold breath keys? They're always throwing me off with their naming conventions. You know? Okay, okay. Come here and take photo with next to ball. Ah, there he is. Definitely don't want to get rid of this picture, dude. Of him throwing that. Okay, let's try to get... I like these. I really do. Oh, here we go. Ah, no. I like this structure. And there's the moon. Okay, so let's do this. Come over here, buddy. Quickly, quickly now. We do not have much time. Their moon is there. Oof, okay. No, 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 no. Let me get this shot, even without him, really quick. Come out from behind those clouds, Moon. No. Oh. This looks so rad. Oh, you son of a bitch, dude. I was like just about to take that shot. Broken wall with Moon. Ah. Okay, get the goblin in there and we're really in business. Oh. That's not happening. Ugh. Turn around, goblin. No. The moon. Dude, that could have been so rad, bro. Come on. Let's get him over here. We got a little piece of the moon still? No. Oh. Oh. Good night, moon. Oh, this is the gold guy. Dude, that was that gold guy from up here. Because now he's going back to his little defensive area, or his little camp that he's made. It's just this guy. It's this guy again. He came back to haunt me. Oh, he's falling asleep. Uh-oh. I knocked him off this cliff, right? I thought he had died. I didn't pay any attention. Come on over here, pal. Climbed all the way back up just to fly right back off again, didn't you? Bye. Bye. Now it's locked. Now it's locked in place. Now that guy's gone. Okay, we got the sunrise. Ooh. Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's get a shot of this lake with the sunrise. This is a beautiful vantage point. This is
now
gorgeous.
It's locked in place.
Thank you.
Okay.
Locked. Thank you.
Really? Oh, God, Harold.
Harold. Dude, I like this landscape shot right here. What's up, Paxi? My man. Yeah, it's actually, oof. That's okay. Ooh, look at that sunburst coming behind Dueling Peaks there. With that flare. Y'all always ask me for flare. I deliver. Ooh. Let's come down here. What's going to be the best vantage? I kind of want to get some... Yeah, some snow on the front side of the image. Kinda. Little bit. Ooh, that sunburst went away, but that's fine. We still got the flare. Fully flared. The Lakai video. That's alright. Can we get the entire water body? No, because there's going to be the waterfall. Ooh. There's a waterfall too. Get a wide shot here. Although, I don't know, like maybe... Damn, did I not get... That waterfall wasn't in the first time I shot this, huh? Or the first couple shots. I love that waterfall, though. A little bit of Dueling Peaks in there. A little bit of a fade from the blue, or a gradient, rather, from that blue to the warm glow from that sunrise. When this morning did some public photographing for awkward. People think I might have thought I was stealing a can of Fanta. Oh. Hey, man, screw them if they think, you know what, photography isn't a crime, dude, and neither is drinking Fanta. So, you know. But yeah, dude, I feel the same way. I generally, this is why I've decided, this is why I shoot in game now, because it's like, I don't worry about other people just kind of busting my chops for not doing what they want, you know. No, but I also really have kind of chosen architecture and nature landscape stuff as my kind of like main area of focus. Mostly architecture and interior photography. I want to get a shot of that waterfall from this other side of this mountain. I just like, yeah, I like architecture. Although even going out and photographing architecture, I have literally been detained by military police shooting what equates to some architecture of a Air Force base. They came, detained me and the crew. I was the cinematographer. I was detained, questioned. They took all my information. They made me delete, which was not legal. It was not okay for them to do this, by the way. They made me delete the footage that I had taken, saying that it was a danger for terrorists to have that footage, because they might have that footage and then know how they operate their security at the base or something like that. Absolute ridiculous. But no, I'm not going to argue. It's like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Like, what was I going to do? This is also quite a long time ago. The very young MP, guy was way younger than me. Guy must have been like 18 or 19 or whatever. This guy was like, so it must have been like a training session for him or something, because I could tell he was nervous, and like I was actually pretty relaxed. Like I knew nothing bad was going to happen outside of, you know, again, them either taking my equipment or the footage, which none of it really belonged to me because I was shooting for somebody else. Ooh, look at the way the clouds covering Mount Hylia Ridge, or what's that place called? I don't know. Either way, get that rolling cloud cover. Oh, do you see that bird on the top left corner again? Sick. Unfortunately, that's going to go away as I wait for could widen out, but then my composition goes to shit. Dude, oh man. Okay, now are we going? Ooh, it's rainy. Ooh. See, I can do what I can't do, what I could do in, so wait, sorry, I'm missing some chat stuff. Wait, now that I have this Fanta camera, camera, can I taking photos of people and blackmailing? Yeah, yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. No, don't blackmail. No blackmail. Yeah, but anyway, even photograph, and that was just shooting architecture. And then I've been photographing. I was shooting a bank. And again, both of these circumstances that I'm talking about, I was on public property. I was on a public street photographing architecture within view of the public street. I was in no way breaking and entering. I was not trespassing, but I've been also from photographing on the street a building which also had a bank in it somewhere. Yeah, hey cab. I was photographing this building, and the security guard comes out and just starts yelling at me. And like, I love diffusing people. Like, I love it when people get all riled up. And then I'm like, hey, it's okay. No problem, man. It's all right. It's totally cool. And then like, you can just see like the wash of like, oh shit, I can't be aggressive with this person now. Oh, I got to change gears. And then they like completely change their attitude. And they're like, oh, okay. All right. But yeah, security guard runs out and is like, you can't take pictures of this bank because then people can like use it for like planning robberies. And I was just like, and again, it's total bullshit. Just total bullshit. If you're on the fucking public street looking at a building that is in plain view, what? It's like anybody can just, if a thief wants to go watch your operations, they're going to stand there. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm obviously in the least conspicuous or the most conspicuous way taking photos, like probably on every security camera nearby. Like if somebody's going to be robbing a place and they're casing the joint, taking pictures, they're not going to just be in plain view. They're probably going to do it incognito. You know what I mean? And again, they could just stand there and watch. It's such bullshit. Anyway, I'm getting all riled up. I don't like my photos being taken for me. You know, I don't like that. But again, I'm such a pacifist. I'm like not going to argue. I'm not going to start quoting. Which again, I mean, even in the case of photographing police during police operations, they cannot ask you to not photograph them if you're over 200 feet away. You have the right. And the Supreme Court of the United States have upheld this. And I wish I could quote you. I wish I could quote you the exact Supreme Court hearings and rulings and such, which I cannot. But it is your right to photograph police during their operations. If you are not hindering their operation, that is in the way. Again, this is why there's the 200 feet rule. They cannot touch you. They cannot ask you to stop shooting. And if they ask you to stop shooting, you have the right to report, or you should report them because they are hindering your rights. Although it sounds like Jason is not in the United States. You know, move to our country, man. We're the best country in the world, dude. After I'm talking about all this harassment that I face. I'm not even facing, and like, okay. I don't have it that bad. I'm complaining and ranting. It's really not a big deal. It's my photos, dude. It's my photos. My album's full. Okay, review time. Back to the matter at hand. Dude, what if Ganon, let's just say Ganon pops up, right? And he's like, you can't photograph my castle, dude. No. Sorry, Ganon. Gonna photograph whoever I want. Photography's not a crime, man. Anyway, less review, What time is it too? I'm getting hungry. I got plenty of time too. I'll play for a while. I got some time to play. I like this landscape. First thing we did, we're gonna keep that. We're keeping that. We're keeping that. This is one of the keys. This one, okay. If they were separated enough, again, they're very stacked up against each other. I was hoping that the lightning would flash and I'd get that beautiful glow to the clouds to add some texture to the sky, because there's like, it's so drab looking. There are some beautiful cloud structures, they just don't show well in the photos. But when those lightning strikes go off, you can see those flashes illuminate the beautiful clouds. So I was hoping for that, and then had these keys been separated and their beautiful shadows on the ground filling in some of that negative space in the snow, that could have been really cool. That's what I was hoping for, but no, it didn't come out that way, so it is being deleted. This was not the best shot of him next to that snowball. Ooh, God, this shot, dude. It's just like a little too loose of a frame, dude. I should have zoomed in like just a tiny bit so that those balls were riding both edges of the frame, and the moon was a little bit higher in the frame as well. This could have been a really magical shot. That red, I don't mind it when the red beams from the great beasts, ancient beasts, great beast, ancient beast, ancient beast, great beast. Do I have those photos? Do I have them photographed? Can you photograph the great beast? They show up, right? Aren't they part of the compendium? Maybe not. I have some stuff missing. That's another thing we got to maybe work on. Finding those missing compendium images. Filling in the blanks here. What would that be listed under? Is it going to be a creature? The divine beast. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I knew it was called not a great beast. When you can see those images, when you can see those red lasers, and you can tell that that they're coming from those great beasts or hitting Hyrule Castle, they do play a big part in the storyline, so then you have context to what they are. But as it is now, where it's just that little line at the top of the frame, it's not fitting. It doesn't really balance with anything else in the frame. The only other red object here is the eyes of the goblin, and that's not enough. In my opinion, those two small bits of red are not in the frame in a manner that is pleasing, and it doesn't fit it doesn't fit the theme at all. I also wish the moon was kind of more in focus, because the focus just falls off right after the wall, that broken, beautiful, snowy wall, which I also want to get a good shot of that wall in a second. Either way, that shot's okay. And this moon shot, that one came out all right, I guess. I sent my friend a Polaroid camera with a pack and half film at the start of December, and they still haven't taken their first film. What? Dude, I don't know if you noticed this, but we got Polaroid. Polaroid's a big part of my life in photographic history as well. It was my first camera that I ever received for Christmas. Was one of these little Polaroid 600s. I don't think I have the actual unit itself. I'd love to know, is my bro still here? Is John still here? If you're still here, did you keep your Polaroid? Me and all my brothers all got these Polaroids. This is like Christmas, like 90, probably like 1994 or something. I have a sweet photo of my mom helping me load the first film. You had a red trimmed one, right? But do you remember if any of the ones we have are any of these the originals that we got? Like, did you save yours, or are these all purchases that we made after the fact? Hang loose. I'm just gonna do that for a while too. Hang loose. Because that would be sweet if one of these was actually at least one of our originals. Unknown. Yeah, I know. So this is like before. It was before our time. It was before we didn't keep track of that stuff yet. It was before our photographic time, I want to say. Oh, well. Either way, dude, Polaroid, you sent that. That's really, first of all, it's extremely generous of you and nice, because Polaroid is not cheap film per shot, not cheap. I think it's like $2 a shot now, right? It used to be like one. I remember it feeling expensive when it was like $1 every shot. But I think obviously now with actual 600 film being discontinued by Polaroid itself, who they're basically not a, the brand name Polaroid is out there, but it is basically just a licensable name that anybody can license and slap onto their product. There's a million like Polaroid branded things out there, but none of them are like a actual Polaroid design, or I at least as far as I remember. Maybe things have changed since the last time I looked into that, but either way, Polaroid's amazing, and that person needs to get on. Don't let it break your heart. First of all, you did a good thing. You know what I mean? Trying to inspire people, man. It's freaking amazing. Righteous. It is righteous. You had a rainbow decal colored one, so I got the super color, which they call the rainbow ones. I'm gonna do a nice little Polaroid photo shoot at some point. It's one of the still life images that I'm planning for one of the next photo shoots that we do on here. So you might have had that one that's up there. That one, well, again, like how we're gonna tell if these are originals or not. Whatever. As you know what, that's not the. Get way off topic for here. It's $4.37 a shot. Whoa. Yeah, that's how generous you are, though, because that means like if it's a pack, which is I think is one pack is 10 shots, right? If I'm remembering correctly. So that's like almost a $50 one pack of film, and then the other, another $25. Jeez, that's very generous of you. You should pat yourself on the back and definitely not be sad. And definitely don't let yourself get heartbroken about it. 8 per pack. Oh, they changed. Okay. Anyway, good on you for doing that. That's what I'm talking. When I'm talking about inspiring, and I know, again, I would love and eventually will do more like giveaway stuff on here. I know that's kind of a big part of streaming, is giveaways. John, what the fuck is that link? No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I don't mind links. Yes, dude, that red. Do I have that one around here somewhere? I'm pretty sure I took all of our 600s and I put them out. No, none of them look like that. I remember that, though. The red on there. How cool is that, dude? Nothing like a black with red trim. It's not a big part of streaming. I see like everybody always like, oh, giving away this. I'm giving away that. I don't want to be all kitschy and stuff, though. If it's lame to do that, I won't do it. Obviously, I just thought it's like kind of part of what people enjoy about it. Yeah, okay. Don't let me do it in a not cool way. You know what I mean? Just let me know if I'm messing anything up. I look to you. I look to all of you. People watch because they like you. Oh, thanks. Well, I hope so. But again, I mean, I especially like right now, again, I'm starting out. So I don't have much to offer. I did like a photo, and Paxmore did win a print that you will get one day. What if I like broke the rules of Twitch somehow by stating that I was giving away something to you and you haven't received it within a time period? Just pretend. Okay, I did give it. How are you liking that photo, buddy? I because you got it, didn't you? Let's just be safe about it. You never know who's listening. Hello. Love it. Yeah. I also didn't print that yet because I've planned on editing another image that I think you would want more than that first one. But I'm also going to let you choose maybe when we get to it. So, but again, the one that you already got, it's all good. Either way, I want to give back. It's just like I also think a lot of people that are doing those big giveaways and stuff, they're also probably making quite a bit of money doing this to begin with. Whereas I do not quite make. Actually, sorry, excuse me. While I do have some really sweet friends that are contributing on my Patreon, which thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If it sounds like I'm getting choked up, but I'm not. It gets me a little sad. I just get so happy. It's sad. I think collective. I mean, like, yeah. Some of my friends, thank you very much. No one has to do that. Very much appreciated, though. At least you guys make me feel appreciated. I'll tell you that. So thank you for that. But like the subscriptions that I pay, because I pay a subscription for Streamlabs. If you want to consider the Fallout subscription that I pay as part of it, and like my subscription for Photoshop every month, which these are all the tools that I'm using for the stream, which I could not do. I guess I don't probably need to subscribe for Streamlabs Prime or whatever right now, maybe. Either way, the whole point of me talking, this tangent. I'm spending more money than I'm making, and definitely 100%. I mean, plus just like I have a whole life. I have food and stuff that I need, so it's like I'm spending, way more than I'm making. So it probably is not feasible. It's not economical for me to be doing too many giveaways, but I still want to do some because, again, it is exciting for people to have stuff that they could possibly win, whatever. I understand that. I understand everyone wants their little grubby hands on consumer-based items that they're going to throw away in a year. You damn disposable lives. Either way, such a tangent, dude. We get so sidetracked. Whatever, this shot's shit. I like the shot of the moon behind the broken wall. Maybe we'll try to. We're probably gonna come back. I just hopped to the other side of this island. I can rant. I sure can. This shot would have been real cool if the moon was in focus. The moon is out of focus here. It's. I have no control over the depth of field or where the focus is being placed in the image. I think it's basically the very center of the frame is its autofocus point. But it kind of just randomly jumps sometimes from being like extremely deep focus to a more shallow depth of field. So it's like, it's hard to determine how it's going to come out. And here the focus fell off after that moon. I mean, it even looks like the hillside that the moon is just setting behind. Even that looks like it's slightly sharp. And then it just falls very quickly out of focus as soon as as soon as the mountainside, anything behind that. So it's like I have no control, but I would have loved it if that moon was in focus. Would have loved my elevation to have been a little bit higher, so we could have seen behind that wall more of the landscape behind it overlooking. I have no control. I can't really get any higher up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then on the very right side of the frame, I really don't like how there's like just a sliver between the wall, the end of that wall and where the sky is. I wish I would have cropped so that the wall was fully filling from the left side to the right side of the frame. It just feels a little sloppy. Anyway, it's a real long. Again, what I asked before, do I spend way too much time reviewing these images? Should I not describe what I don't and do like as much as I am? Because I realize that it does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of time when I'm reviewing these sometimes. So if it gets boring, just let me know. Just again, a great redemption to have would be the "get on with it" from Monty Python. So that when y'all are just kind of like, all right, dude, just, I mean, I'm doing this for you guys, so I don't want it to be boring.
Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about though, with the "get on with it." Anyway. So yeah, just again, if it's just let me know. Here's this beautiful sunset. Is it sunsetting? No, we're rising now. Um, yeah, that's the sunrise. Just in front of the River of the Dead. Dad River. How do you say river in German? Dad Rhein. The Rhine. Rhine is a river. I don't know if it means river. It just starts with R, so I'm gonna guess it. You do you. Yeah. Okay, good. Sunrise. Yeah, sunrise in front of River of the Dead, overlooking the Great Plateau, with dueling peaks, and I gotta shoot the other direction. I feel like I always get dueling peaks and Death Mountain in there, so we'll get to the other side of the, although we have been staying in the snow area, so that makes sense. So looking in that direction is kind of natural. This first shot's kind of we took this one really quick as we saw that, but then we spent a little bit more time composing, and here we have that beautiful sunburst between. It looks like it's situated right between dueling peaks, and let's see, would that be? Let's do this. I'm gonna utilize. Oh, I can't. Let's see, Death Mountain. Let's see, what is this? First of all, wait. What is this mountainside? It is really hard to tell sometimes what exactly I'm looking at. Okay, so that is actually Mount Lanayru. See, I could also have these pins like always pinned, at least on some things. It's just so hard when they're so far in the distance to tell what geography I'm looking at. Yeah, Death Mountain's all the way over here. I'm just gonna pin it. I just want to pin it. So Death Mountain, yeah, obviously Death Mountain glows, right? I just want to have those pinned. And then that way I can maybe read the geography off a little bit better. I was trying to determine, there's dueling peaks right there, and I think that would be Mount Lanayru. I think, because I was looking this way. Yeah, there's no way that's Death Mountain. Although that might not be Lanayru either. No, yeah, it must be, because dueling peaks, it was right over the shoulder of dueling peaks right here. So yeah, that must be it. Okay. I'm happy to say it's Mount Lanayru. Maybe we'll go there too for some more winter stuff. We'll go there after whatever this next shot is I was about to take. Beautiful sunburst though. Between the sunburst is situated just above dueling peaks, between dueling peaks and Mount Lanayru. Beautiful. Although again, I didn't really try to compose this the waterfall in that frame until this shot. I would have loved this shot with a little piece of that waterfall on the right side of the frame, and that sunrise just coming up over the dueling peaks here. But as it stands, maybe I'll just keep just this one with the sunburst and the flare, because we've so many requests. I get fan mail every day saying, "Where's that JJ flare, dude? Where's my Abrams?" I don't. If I'm looking at a picture, I'm gonna want a flare in there. Okay. Every day people mail me this, and I send the same response. I say, "How dare you?" I say, "This is my personal email account. How dare you? How'd you get this email? Okay. Stop harassing me. Okay. Mom." So, I try to put in flare when I can. All right. Leave me alone. Okay. But between the two of these, I do this. Exactly. I was vibing on that. Yes. I do this with your son every night. Yes. Same delivery. I was giving you the same delivery. Yeah, we gotta choose between one of these. This second one, you can feel a little bit more of the, and the sun is also higher up, so there's even more of that sunburst almost. So let's keep that. Okay, between those two, delete that one. Keep that one. This one, the sky got way too blown out as the sun rose too much. Plus, we lost the sunburst. Little piece of that foreground on the right side didn't feel right to me because it's all negative space. Let's delete that there. Saving that one. This one also, I do like that gradient in the sky with the hard blue on the right fading into the sunrise color. But that's not enough to overpower this awesome sunburst flare sunrise shot. I also like, I mean, this one has that beautiful glow on the river itself from the sunrise. Whereas this one does not. So yeah, let's delete that one. This one of Mount Hylia, right? Mount Hylia. Why do I always have to go back to this mountain? I know it's Mount Hylia now, right? I mean, I should know this. Yeah, Mount Hylia. Yeah, obviously keeping this one with the birds in there. And then also on this one, I love that the shadow, one of the clouds passed over the sun to create that shadow on the peak of Mount Hylia. I love selective lighting like that. I absolutely love it, especially in landscape photos, when the light is just isolating different elements in the frame. And when if you can get that, because this is like in real life and in games, obviously it's hard to time, and you cannot predict when those type of things are going to happen. So when you see it happen in front of you, you got to be Johnny on the spot and get that shot. And in this case, I think we did a pretty good job because we also had that element in the top left corner of the frame with those birds, adding just another little something where I wouldn't even have minded if those weren't there necessarily. Although I probably would have framed this a little different had they not been there. But then that also allowed me to open up the sky more on that side and have a little bit more of that beautiful blue color. Which is blue, that sky blue color is kind of my theme color. I'm trying to get as many blue little things. That's why I wear these blue shirts, and because I got the enlarger here, it has this beautiful blue color to it. So I'm trying to make that my like theme color or whatever. Anyway, between these two, obviously the second one with that selective lighting and birds in that corner, so much better. So this first one's trash, second one's sweet, and then it went to night. Oh, this is what I was explaining. One thing that's really cool that I can do in Fallout, which I haven't demonstrated at all, but I will eventually. You can actually make time lapse videos in Fallout because you have that option of going into photo mode, making it so it's a completely clean overlay. There's nothing on the screen except for the image. And then you can just record. What I do is just record video, and then you can just condense that video clip and make it into a time lapse. And I've been hoping to do something with that eventually in Fallout. It's just a cool thing you can do. Again, I can't do that here. It'd probably be better in Zelda because of how much more quickly the day and night cycle will change. In Fallout, it's a much longer period of time. So to do it on a stream would require just like letting it sit and record for I forget how long the day night cycle is in that game. But either way, environments. Yeah, right. Yeah. Also, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Paxi. Either way, try to remind me. I got so many things. I have so many things that that's what one thing that kind of like fires me up doing this stream is like I do have a lot of cool, at least I think they're cool ideas. Hopefully other people think they're cool. I don't mean to talk myself up too much. Sorry if I'm bragging. I don't mean to brag or boast. But I have just a lot of cool ideas and cool things to play around with and do. And that's what's exciting, is usually whenever I think of some kind of new cool concept or whatever, like that's really exciting. And one reason that I'm really enjoying doing this. Thank you, Paxi. You know more. I mean, you know more of the stuff than most people do because you're on the inside. You're on the inner circle. Either way, that's what this shot was reminding me of. Because as we were shooting these shots, and this is usually the case when I'm shooting a landscape or any subject for any slightly long duration of time. In this game, the light usually will shift completely during that shoot, and so we get a bunch of different flavors in the day and night cycle of usually the same subject, which is kind of cool because then you have more options for the different shots of that same subject. You can really see the varieties that you could have shooting that subject under the different lighting conditions. And then if we like one versus the other, then we can actually kind of plan to get that shot again maybe later at that specific time of day that we know we're really going to love. That being said, though, I cannot do those cool time lapse stuff in here. It just look at like this shot's pretty cool. I think I didn't change my framing here at all. I could do like a sweet cross fade. Again, though, I can't even export these images, so I couldn't even do that with these at all in Zelda. But if I took two of these photos at the same position, same composition, laid them into the same timeline and did like a fade between them, it would kind of look cool because you'd see it change from day to night. And it might look cool. I don't know. But again, I can't export these. Blaming Todd Howard. Oh, here's the big twist, by the way. You know, we've been talking about Todd Howard like this whole time. We like to blame Todd Howard for everything. Dude, I've been Todd Howard for 20 years. Bah, bah, bah. That's right. I'm Todd Howard. Mission Impossible face ripoff reveal. Isn't that funny? Okay, anyway, deleting this. Isn't that funny? How many shots do we have? 10 shots. Oh. I'm going to eat through those quick. Anyway, I came to this side of the mountain because I wanted like a proper shot. I think we got it, though. We kind of got it, so we're good. Oh, look at the snow, though. Let's take one more of this. I'm just going to do, yeah. I know I'm just going to end up deleting this because it's not going to be as good as that other one. I like the snow flakes in the frame. Yeah, it's funny. It goes from rain. Do you see that? As your elevation changes, this is the break in the elevation from rain to snow. It's like right here as I'm crossing the border, and then it goes into snow. That's cool. Snow? Rain. Snow. Rain. Hard. Soft. Hard. Soft. Okay, enough of that. I've never noticed that. I've never seen that, though. Changing like that. That was like also I was trying to show, or I was playing around with that when I was fighting those keys over there. Oh, I don't want to get involved with these bokos right now. I was trying to like I was feeling as I was just passing whatever threshold, and I think this has happened once or twice while I've been streaming too. As you pass that threshold where the enemies are like, whoa, pal. You've gone too far. I will no longer attack you on that side of the line. That had happened. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's funny to see that stuff. From a game programming perspective, I would love to know, like, there's got to be a choice there. It's like, these enemies must remain in this zone, or, like, will they follow you forever? Because I know I've heard people talk about games when mobs do follow you forever, it actually becomes much more difficult as you cannot flee from battle. Anyway. But then also you couldn't kite them for strategic reasons either, so... Which actually was the case here. I was kiting them, kiting the keys to get them over to those snowballs, and they left their jurisdiction trying to get over there, and then I couldn't get them anymore. Usually have a leash, so they stop after moving a certain distance. Okay. Ooh, a leash. I like that term for it. I'm gonna use that term. I will use this term. Where did we say we were gonna go? We were gonna go to Lanayru because we pinned it, and it's like cool. Yeah, let's go to the Spring of Wisdom and check out what we can do here. We'll shoot a couple photos here, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I'll probably spend another 30 minutes reviewing the same photos that I've just been reviewing every time we stop and open the camera roll. The French. That'd be a good dude. So many. Paxmore, you have to teach, or you have to teach me. Never mind. I'll Google it myself. I need to start making more. I have a bunch of ideas for redemption clips that would go. Yeah, I know. I'm sure you could everything. You literally taught me how to set up basically all of this in like 10 minutes at your house. Because of how concise. Paxmore always has a way of explaining things so I can understand them. But yeah, I mean, you explain the capture card and Streamlabs pretty much in like 2 seconds to me, and it was amazing, so thank you. But again, I don't like to... I hate getting people to do shit for me, so... When I say that kind of stuff, I'm not... Yeah, I can make some redemption clips. Don't worry about that. I think... Have we been here shooting this thing before? Maybe. I've definitely thought about it if I haven't been here. These statues are real cool looking. Maybe we can get a good shot of this thing. Yes! 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 Oh, you know what I could probably do? Let me get that. Hang on a second. I repositioned our redemption box a little. Or, well, it's the alert box. So let's see.
Look at
Okay,
that
cool. It was getting
horse.
kind of cropped out. Was it getting cropped out? I think it was getting kind of cropped out. Maybe. Either way, now it's in the frame all the way. Now it's locked. I should have used that. I moved that. It's hard to tell on my screen. Oh, also, I always also try to remind myself to position my box here when we're doing Zelda so you can see my toolbar and my health bar. Makes it a little more interesting, maybe. Yeah, like you said though, Paxi, I need to make a scene for different games. I know, I'm just lazy about it. Plus it's like, I feel like I got it running. Let's not touch it. I got it running. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, I want to get a shot of this beautiful statue. Let's get centered. Oh, I love that glow coming from it, and we can kind of tilt up to see just the tip of that mountain too, maybe. I think, is my frame... Ooh, that's pretty sick. It's alright. I feel like this is a shot that... I don't think the weather changes up here. I think it is constantly snowing. So there's not much in the way of waiting for a decisive moment in terms of the environment and weather changing. So that's probably the best we could probably hope for. Although let's get like a super nice wide shot here. Kind of the full. See, but everything gets so lost. The only thing that's kind of the saving grace of this image is that glow from the statue, I would say. That's adding that color pop to the bottom. Otherwise, I mean, like, Mount Lanayru itself is getting pretty lost in that flurry. Either way, it's a cool shot, so we're going to keep it. But let's look for something like, I'd hope Feroche would just pop up. Oh, but there's the freaking moon. Oh, can we work that into the frame? Oh, it just went away, though. It's really got to break through those clouds. Like, you really have to wait. Oh, I saw it for like a second. It was like just to the top right side of the mountain. Is it going to come back? Are you going to come back? It's probably moved on. Who knows where it is. The moon moves real fast. And there's some birds. Oh, I think it's sunrise. Ooh, I love that I was saying that the weather doesn't change up here, but it's clearly changing. Clearly, it has changed. I guess I don't think I have ever been here outside of a snowstorm. Oof, I wouldn't mind if those birds were... If those birds were at the top of the mountain, that could be cool. Ooh, there's that sunburst, dude. Let's take this before it goes away. That's okay. Maybe we can back up and get a cool shot. Let's see. Let's get up here. Tilt down a little bit. Yeah, it sucks that like the full frame of my image is like not what I'm looking at. In real life, this would be called having less than 100% viewfinder coverage. I've talked about this a few times. And it makes precise framing very difficult because I can't see everything in my frame until I've taken the picture. Part of the learning experience here. But this crop here, there's like that whole top strip and the whole bottom strip. It's not... Ooh. Sorry, I saw some birds. They don't really come through on the right side of the frame. It sucks to not have 100% viewfinder coverage. That's all I wanted to say. Cameras I mean, now with mirrorless cameras, you're not going to have that problem because you don't have an actual prism viewfinder that you're looking through. It was like an expense thing to have a camera with 100% viewfinder coverage. I believe it required a much more expensive prism and viewfinder system, whatever mechanism, whatever. It's not a whatever. And so on unless you went to really high-end expensive cameras, you would never get 100% viewfinder coverage. It's just a way. And you know what? And actually, you know what? In all honesty, I don't know if it has anything to do with it being more or less expensive. That's like a manufacturer secret, I guess, that I would never know. Because it might be just as expensive to do either or, and it might have been a way for them to just separate the market segment from their higher end cameras to lower end, because it was a statistic in the specs of a camera, the viewfinder coverage. So you would see that number go up from 95% viewfinder coverage on the lower end cameras to the 100% viewfinder coverage on those higher end cameras. There's those birds again. Let's take the shot. Bam. They're not. I wish they were on the very top. That's fine. Yeah, but to be honest, I guess I've never heard anybody talk about the expense of. I imagine though, because it has to do with probably a larger prism or a smaller prism, and then the viewfinder housing or whatever being made to fit that size prism. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know much about it. There's a kind of beautiful shot with some flare in there. Oh, this flare's gone. That's how quick the light moves, dude. Anyway, with digital cameras, you don't have that problem because there's no prism. You're looking at an exact, at least as far as I know. I should look into that though. I haven't read the spec list of every single. There's those birds, dude. Where are they? Are they flying through the mountain? Whoa. Dude. Remember the episode of Star Trek when you learned that the Federation was experimenting with cloaking technology, and they were like also blending that cloaking technology with light speed technology, and they accidentally phased themselves into a meteor, and then they have to go in and like get it. The Pegasus, isn't it called isn't the Pegasus? Unicorn Pegasus? And then John Locke from from Lost is the captain, or is like an admiral at this point or something. Anyway, I think those birds were experimenting with very similar technologies, and that is what allowed them to fly into Mount Lanayru. Did they come out the other end? I don't know. Did they get phased into the rock face? Are people going to have to come in and like try to get the tech out of the rock? It's possible. I don't know. It's a beautiful time right here too. I like that little pathway up the right side of the frame. Originally, I was going very. I was going extremely symmetrical with the composition. Why couldn't I think of the word symmetrical? I was going very symmetrical with the composition, but I personally, I like both. I was gonna say I like asymmetry better. There's like a, I don't know. There's a balance. There's always a balance, isn't it? But okay, symmetry, and I think I've said this. I think it's actually. Did I have a clip? I think I had like a highlight from one of my streams where I like talked about. I ended up talking about symmetry. Anyway, symmetry is a very cheap way, in my opinion, to attain balance in the composition. It's just kind of a lazy person's. It's a lazy photographer's way, or a lazy artist's way of attaining balance in the frame. And there's no doubt that it does create a balanced frame when you have that symmetry. It's very balanced. But I think I prefer, and I think most people prefer and respect an image that's composed not using too much symmetry, or not using symmetry at all, and creating a balanced frame with asymmetry. I definitely like my images better when I have composed with a really, really asymmetrical composition. I like that better. Not very interesting. Yeah, yeah. Again, every subject. There are subjects that I have definitely taken shots, and I'm like, this is a 100% symmetrical image, and I do enjoy it. Like, I want to say architecture and interior design. I think the symmetry is very inherent in the subject itself, so it always ends up, or at least a lot of the time, a lot of architectural elements will end up being pretty symmetrical that I end up shooting. But I guess it's always up to you to compose that what is already a symmetrical element. Like if you're shooting the front face of a building and you're framing the entire face of a building in the frame, and that's how you want the shot to be. Obviously, if the architecture is symmetrical, the image will look fairly symmetrical, or be almost 100% symmetrical. for that reason, because it was designed that way. So you would have to go out of your way to offset that already inherent symmetry, I suppose. But either way, I do prefer a asymmetric composition for the most part. I'm more proud. I feel a lot more proud of my images if they're asymmetrical. Okay, anyway, we shot this photo here. Let's review. I've ranted for long enough. I'll take one more, because again, now I'm liking this pathway leading up the one side. Ooh, dude, my stomach is a rumbling. I wonder if you could just hear that. I bet you could if you were like really listening. Maybe. I could hear it. Damn. Tilt up just a tiny bit. Am I full? No. Again, I wanted the top of that little spire thing. This little stalagmite, if that's what it is. It's not a stalagmite. Is it a stalagmite? I think it's ice, though. I don't think and what is an icicle that's... There's definitely a name for these things. Album full. Okay, perfect spot. Perfect spot to end. We also shot so much. Although, yeah, let me delete one of these. Let me delete this one. I know that one wasn't good because we have to do our self-portrait. Obligatory self-portrait. And we're at the springs. Self-portrait. Self-portrait. Next to the spring. What kind of pose do I want? Let's do this. No, because I want to see the whole spring in there. In focus. Hey, I'm like holding it up on my hand, kinda. Holding it up. These never come out well, because here's a good example of me not having control. Ooh. I hear Faroche, dude. Do you hear the Faroche music coming in? I'm not going to shoot Faroche right now. Maybe, here's what we'll do, dude. I'm going to save. Okay, let's save. And then when we come in next week, I'm going to be right here where Faroche is hanging. But let's do 2 saves. I always like to save back to back. That's silly. It's like I don't trust the first save or something. I got to remember not to save after this, though. Okay. Because let's see where Faroche is. We got that shot. And then Faroche is like chilling. There he is! Or it is. There you are. There he is. Oh, there he is. Dude, yeah, we'll play around with this next time because I have to go through the whole album, delete stuff. Which I don't want to... I won't do a whole full... I won't talk that much about the photos. But, dude, we can get something cool here. That is Faroche, right? It's always Faroche. No, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, it's not going to tell me what it is until I delete something. Okay, let me delete one thing. I'll delete one of these that I shot while I was ranting and I wasn't really... Like, this is the same shot like 3 times. It's like, what? What are we doing, Paul? Slight differences to the composition. Oh, it's Nadra! I should have known it was going to be Nadra. I know that photo that I deleted will then be back once I reload. That's fine. I just wanted to have this tag on here as I was zooming in on it. This is going to be cool, though. We'll shoot that for sure. It's just I want to spend the time. I want to take the time to do that. And since it's already getting late and I want to wrap up, I do not want to... Because I'm probably going to spend some time with that. Oh, Nadra. Anyway, we'll futz around with that next time. That's cool to know, though, that we got something to look forward to right away. Usually it takes a little time to find something interesting to shoot. Anyway, self-portrait, blah, Mount Lanayru. Spring of Wisdom is where we are. It's cool that you have that tag on the top right corner of each image, but it doesn't always give you the it's like more of a general location most of the time, although it seems to maybe shift pretty drastically Let's see, like the one that I shot when I was right next to it. Okay, yeah. So when I was like within that little area, then it tagged it as Spring of Wisdom. Whereas we backed up and then we obviously left that little zone, and then now it's just considered Mount Lanayru. But anyway, yes, it is the Spring of Wisdom on the summit of Mount Lanayru. Basically did a time lapse of this. Again, if I could I be able to download these, I'd be able to also maybe create some cool, like at least crossfade time lapses, but I can't do that. I can't do anything with these. Todd Howard wants me to not have these because he only wants me to download my Fallout images. Anyway, we shot a nice little time lapse still sequence of Spring of Wisdom on Mount Lanayru. Some of these are kind of cool. Again, I'll go through these specifically a little more depth next time, and then I'll delete the ones that I like better. I just don't want to spend too much time. What's up, Saltman? Nidra, yes. Sorry, you probably said that a while ago. Hope you were here we shot some cool stuff. I was ranting a lot tonight, though. I was ranting quite a bit. I probably didn't play anywhere near as much as I usually do, I want to say, but we still got some cool stuff. So I hope you got to see some cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, Nidra, we're going to shoot Nidra at the beginning of next stream for sure. Always learn something new. Today I learned symmetry is for hacks. Yeah. Well, that's just it's creativity, it's art and creativity, and anybody can do it however they want. So that's just, again, it's like, I just don't feel like when I've created an image, when I create an image that has so much symmetry, and then I immediately I look at the frame and I'm like, oh, this is so balanced. It's just symmetry balances the frame so well. And it's like, yeah, but it's like, that's just so lazy and boring. I don't feel as accomplished if it's not an asymmetrical image. Although, again, I definitely use symmetrical composition sometimes. If what I'm seeing speaks to me as a more symmetrical thing, then I'm going to shoot it that way. Again, I will just probably critique it really harsh, next time. Yes, good. Origin of Symmetry. It's a good Muse album. I'll tell you that. Origin of Symmetry is a good album by Muse. Tell you what, man. But yeah, I'll say I'm not going to delete any of these right now. I'll go through and we will get this all deleted and stuff next time. But we shot a little bit of the Spring of Wisdom. Again, trying to keep in with the winter theme for now. I like that. I like that we're theming it for the seasons. Love this shot of Mount Hylia on the Great Plateau, of course. See, again, it's funny that's a shot of Mount Hylia, but it just says Great Plateau, because until I'm like, obviously, I think I have to be like on top of the mountain for it to then tell me that I'm actually, that is Mount Hylia, because it's more where you are, your position is located rather than what you're actually shooting, unless it can tag it the way it tags the enemies, and then it must have some sort of way of knowing where it is or something. But I don't think that's the case with the locations as much as it is the enemies. Either way, Mount Hylia, this was a sweet shot just because of that cloud coming over and shadowing the peak. I love that the peak is in full shadow. Almost makes it look like it's like made of obsidian or something, although I know it's a shadow. And then that, this was special because we had that flying V formation, which we have learned are magical creatures. Thank you, Paxmore. Thank you. Those birds that fly in the V formation, they're magical creatures that can fly through seemingly static hard objects. Anything, they just fly right through it. I think there was like one of the clips that's the glitches that people were showing in oh god, what was that game that was a huge disaster? Why can't I think of it right now? The game that overshadowed 76 took the pressure off Fallout for me. So I wasn't the butt of the joke for like 3 weeks or whatever, or a month. I feel like I'm still kind of in the safe zone. Cyberpunk, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Cyberpunk, there's like a clip. Dude, that was a hilarious video. I think one of you guys posted it, either Paxmore or Gary. Somebody posted it, I swear, on the Discord. It was just like a compilation of all the bugs and glitches that this one person had experienced, and some of them were hilarious. Why bugs and glitches in games make me laugh so hard, I will never know, but if they do. But they had the video, like they showed like the cars, the flying cars just like flying through the buildings and stuff. It is very funny. And so that's what we just witnessed, except it was in Zelda, man. Come on, this game should be solid at this point. Little tiny sunset over the River of the Dead. I love this shot's actually pretty sweet with that sunset. Got the sunburst. We got a little flare. We got a beautiful glow from the sunset on the river itself. And then that beautiful sunset color in the sky. Love it, love it, love it. Keep that one. Here's our snowballs shoot. This guy's like, yank it, my snowballs. This is Boko. Again, I do wish I was zoomed in just a little bit here, cropped a little bit around the periphery. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, early we had a couple of shots. I shot this exact or a similar composition to this a few times during this sunrise, and literally like 5 seconds. The shot I shot 5 seconds after this lost that glow. So that it really, I think that adds a really special element to it. Compared to one of the frames that we had deleted that didn't have that glow to it, just like a minute after. Snowballs shoot. We should do our snowballs shoot. This is fun. Both oh god. Well, there's the Boko, and then I should know what these things. I looked this up earlier. I know I'm silly. I try my best. It's a doll. Where is he? We changed the picture too for the compendium while we were shooting that. Why am I not seeing it now? Oh, there he is. Okay. Stalkoblin. Try to remember that one. Stalkoblin next to his balls. And then we got him like batter up. He's about to swing because it kind of looks like he's playing baseball with giant balls of snow, I guess. Either way. Snowballs. And then this sweet shot of the hills above Kakariko Village. I bet those have a good name. Pillars. Yes, those would be... I was just looking. I was over here. I was right over here by the fairy fountain looking this way. So I was catching... Yeah, I think I was catching just this edge. Or maybe is it all of them? Maybe it's the full grouping. Definitely didn't shoot every single spire that was sitting there. But these pillars of Levia. Pillars of Levia. And maybe they might be a part of Bonaru's stand, but I'm pretty sure they're all pillars of Levia. Pillars of Levia over overlooking the greater, let's see, that would be Necluda, looking over some of the Necluda area. I do wish I had noticed, I should have composed in maybe a little bit more of the waterfalls, but then I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have worked. But we do have those birds on the top left corner, so that's a bonus. And then our last Lionel shot from the previous stream. I really do love this shot of this Lionel, dude. He's just ready to smack me down. And then just that beautiful glow behind him from either the sunrise or the sun. Yeah, it was sunrise for sure, since we had shot this shot right before. Must be sunrise. Anyway, so what's the shot of the day? Probably not one of these ones of the Spring of Wisdom. It's going to be, I think it's going to be this one. This one has like the coolest timing. I mean, I love this sunrise or sunset shot. What did we decide it was? Sunrise? Yeah, sunrise, because yeah, the sun came up more and then we lost that glow. It's either this one or this one, I think. The sunrise shot doesn't have as many special elements to it, I suppose. Like this one, we got that flying V, the mythical phasing birds, and then we also had that the shadow passing over the peak, and so that's kind of cool. But then at the same time, I mean, I think I like the color here better. So in that case, it's just going to be this one of the boko and the balls. No, just kidding. I think I'll just say. I'll just say it's the second one. Yeah, this nice picture, awesome picture of River of the Dead with Mount Hylia just above it, with a shadow of a cloud just passing over the peak, darkening that peak a little bit, adding some selective lighting to the image, and then the waterfall in there is really beautiful as well. And then obviously we got that flying V formation in the top left. Beautiful blue sky, kind of just peeking through the clouds, those dappled clouds. I think this was right before it became a storm. I think a storm was basically forming here. You're a sucker for birds. Yeah, they are. Like, yeah, exactly. Sprinkles in the sky, dude, for sure. That is a great way to look at it. Yes, my candy sprinkles. Candy photo sprinkles. It's just fun because they pop up randomly. So it's like when they do, it's just like, oh God, I gotta get those. I am a sucker that they add just like a little something to the sky. You know what I mean? It's always not always necessary. If the clouds look cool enough, if there's enough cool texture to the clouds, I mean, like in the sunset shot here, I mean that the color of the sky and the texture and the gradient, that's all enough to add some interest to the sky. I think it's really when they're like just in an area that needs, that's when it really stands out. But then also just timing it so that they pop in. I was trying to find some other ones. There's the one of the guy on fire that had some. No more birds in these first ones. Like in this shot, they're kind of also unnecessary here. Although no, here the sky also is pretty drab. There's not as much texture there. I do wish they were a little bit further to the right so they weren't directly overhead from this boko. This goblin. But it's just, when they're there, it's just kind of like, yeah, just a cool little thing. Just a cool little element to have. So I will continue to be excited by them. Anyway, yeah. So the shot of the day, is this shot for sure. Yeah, I'll call it that. I will call it that. And again, next stream is going to be exciting because we are knee deep in Nadra coming around. Again, I'm not going to... Actually, I don't want to move around too much because I don't want to autosave. I think this is like an autosave point if I enter the Spring of Wisdom. But anyway, it'll be exciting jumping right in and shooting that next week, so that'll be fun. Oh, but the music went away. That was such cool wrap-up music. Now it's like there's nothing. Now there's no music? Whatever. That was very pleasing music. I'll wrap up quick. You're right, dude. I'm always slow to wrap up. You know that. I know that. No, I'll try to be quick. I'm actually really hungry. Always the case. It is my workflow to finish my stream and then I go get a snack. It's great. But I'm usually pretty hungry by the time it gets here. So anyway, I hope everybody had fun watching. Thank you very much, Jason, for the follow earlier. That was incredible. I don't know if you're still here or not, but thank you very much. Um, made my night. Y'all make my night. Y'all, I mean, that, it doesn't need to be somebody following or saying it. Just people being here really makes my night. It makes it all worthwhile. So, really appreciate it. Thanks, Gary. Uh, um, but yeah, really appreciate everyone hanging out. Hope it was fun and entertaining, informative. Maybe learn, sometimes y'all say you kind of learning things. Hopefully, I'm not giving you too much misinformation though. Always fact check. I am a fool, so do not listen to. I mean, you can listen to my thoughts on composition. I mean, these are all subjective things, so you can't really say I'm wrong. I guess in a lot of cases, Paul fact check. Yeah. uh, but yeah, don't take my word for most. If I'm saying definitive things like this camera company went out of business on this date, those kind of things. Like I was talking earlier about Polaroid, how they just licensed their name out now, which I'm pretty sure that was true. I just don't know if that might have changed at this point. Like they might have come back and the Polaroid, the original company, has now started selling their own brand name stuff again. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure everything you see that has a Polaroid name on it is still just a licensed. They just licensed the name Polaroid to use for their product. That's how it was for a while. So, but those kind of things, those are things that are like there's a definitive fact there. So definitely check it. Any way to sub or support? Well, yeah. Wait, yeah, sub. Oh, here. Wait, what? Yeah. Well, you got your yeah. As long as you're following, that's the best way to support now. Although again, I mean, we got a Patreon. Let's just do socials. Let's just do all the socials. Go over these one by one. YouTube, we do end up posting previous streams on there. I do plan on having a lot more produced content on there. So check that out if you want to see previous episodes or you want to keep in touch so that when I do have fully fledged videos to post, they'll be on there. Like I said, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I do plan on making everything that we're doing in this game condensed into one video, doing an overall explanation of the photography that we do in this game, what we've been doing, what we've found to be possible, taking photos in this game, how the camera operates, what I do and don't like about it, that kind of thing. And so when we're doing these streams, I mean, I'm kind of building the content and building for those videos as well. So, and those will be on the YouTube eventually. Instagram, obviously, follow on Instagram. If you followed here, you're following here, that's great. And then in 10, when we get 10 more followers, which obviously if you're new, please follow the stream. That is the best way to help support the stream right now, is just to follow the stream and then come back and watch. That's the best thing you can do. But you can also follow on Instagram. A lot of the stuff that we do on the stream will end up on the Instagram. Mostly I've been doing the real photo shoots that we do in the studio here. I'll post those on Instagram. Some of the others, I haven't really been doing too much game photography posting, but that will change, I promise you, as well. So obviously follow there to keep in touch in that way. Twitter has generally just been alerts. I always tweet out. I have it hooked up. I have it connected so that every time I'm on here, I believe I've been tweeting. Have I been tweeting? Who follows me on Twitter? I think whatever. I'll check that after and make sure that's set up right. But I should be tweeting out when I go live. That's really what that mainly is. And then Patreon, real good way to support, obviously, is to donate and help support the channel. Huge benefit to me. If you find this entertaining, that'd be the best way you can obviously support the channel. I am trying to make this into a feasible business of sorts, but not being too greedy, you understand? So if you do want to support the channel in a monetary way, obviously Patreon can be great. And that's when we got into talking about giveaways and such that I'd like to do for the channel. Patreon will probably be the first place where you have access to any kind of cool stuff that you can either buy to support the channel or again, giveaways maybe at some point when that's feasible. And obviously we do also have a pretty sweet Discord as well. I got some really rad friends on my Discord. And so obviously everyone's welcome to join the Discord and post whatever you want there. I will say this. I'm terrible with social media. I'm terrible at staying connected via my phone and social media programs and such. I seriously, until I posted something on Instagram yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Yesterday, I posted something on Instagram from one of our previous shoots from like month. First of all, that what I posted was like a few months old now because we shot that for Thanksgiving. But I hadn't even opened my Instagram in like weeks, in probably a couple weeks at least. Like I don't even remember the last time I had opened my Instagram. I'm trying to get better about that. I'm gonna try, but it literally doesn't pop in my head to do. I'm doing all this other stuff, and it's like I just don't do it. So anyway, the Discord. The whole reason I brought that up is don't get hurt if I don't see your stuff on Instagram or whatever. I just don't. So I'm sorry if it seems offensive, but don't be offended. But then with the Discord as well, I'm just really bad. I'm really bad at going on there. I try to post stuff on there and I try to do stuff, but it's a good place to get a hold of me, I guess. I mean, no, it's not. No, that's what I'm trying to say is it's not, but we do some fun stuff on there sometimes. I post stuff sometimes. And again, I do plan on getting better. So I apologize. I put the Paul and apologize, by the way. But I will get better at that as time goes on. I'm also I'm new to all of this. And so I'm just getting the hang of the workflow and getting my scheduling down, just daytime scheduling and such. So, if you knew me 2 years ago, you will have seen if I was going to put this on a chart, if I was going to graph this, you'd see my activity. It's going up, dude. It's going up. It's volatile. Okay. My activity is volatile for sure, but it's going up, so I'm proud of myself and that's all that matters. Either way, I'm aware of that and I do plan on getting better. So, just keep that in mind when going on any of my social media. I'm just bad with it. I'm just really bad with it. That's all. And then we did earlier, we were talking about the Argus camera that I have, the few Argus cameras that I have here and what we do with those. And that is all ProSnap stuff. ProSnap Camera Club, which will hopefully be a camera club you can join eventually. That's what that website, that's what the plans for that website, that's what we got going eventually. Right now it's just photos from Fallout that we're posting, but it will also be a lot to do with this Argus camera. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff on there for that. So keep that in mind. God, so many .coms. That's what I'm like. This is one reason I was really also excited about Twitch is I was telling myself that Twitch was going to be that's the social media. That's where I am present. That's where I'm doing the most stuff. I don't know how feasible that is. I mean, it seems like you have to juggle all these different social medias. And again, I'm just getting the hang of it. All right. Call me Cirque du So Mosi Hanton. All right. Just learning to juggle here. Gotta learn those social medias. Anyway, didn't I say I was wrapping up quick? I doubt that was fast. I don't think that was quick in any way. Thank you all for being here. Very much appreciate it. Tomorrow we have Fallout Photography Friday. which is, if you want to see what we do there, check out ProSnapCameraClub.com or go to the YouTube and check out the previous streams that we've done. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. And I hope y'all can make it tomorrow, because tomorrow will be fun. Fridays are the most fun, for sure. Thursdays can be fun sometimes. Sometimes I like to get the weekend started early. And I mean, I say that, like I said, as the rule is that the weekend has started. But that's not 100% true. I still consider it the week. So tomorrow, really, the weekend really kicks off, and we can have some real fun. And we'll have some drinks tomorrow, which obviously everyone is welcome to join in if you do it responsibly. Have some drinks, relax, have some fun, take some photos, have some laughs. It'll be a good time. So I hope everyone can make it tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your evening. Please love yourself, love others, love life. Don't lose your dinosaur. Take photos. Take photos. That should be my sign off. I've been using that sign off because that's just like, there's nothing wrong with what loving yourself, loving others, and loving life. I mean, I don't know how you could argue against that. So it's like, I can assuredly say that. And then don't lose your dinosaur. I can assuredly say that. And so like that's my wrap up quote for now. And I'll continue using it, but it'll probably end up being something more just like, hey, go shoot photos or something like that. Because that, again, is mainly what I want to encourage people to do. Take photos, express yourself, share your life with everybody on Instagram. I'm an Instagram guy. But just don't expect me to see it, because I'm bad with Instagram. But no, take photos, have fun, enjoy your evening, play some games. How many more minutes do we got here on the wrap up? I've got 5 more minutes on the wrap up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm wrapping up. I'm done. I love you all. Goodbye, all. Peace, all. We take all with Paul. I'll do one of those next week, maybe. I was maybe going to do one yesterday, and then I was like, We're going to build a camera store. That's kind of one of the big things in We Take All, or at least the first season that I'm messing around with. We're going to build a camera store. It's going to be rad. And we're going to have cameras on display. In fact, what I wanted to do is kind of rebuild my darkroom here, but do it in game. I thought that'd be kind of cool, because the drill press in Fallout looks very similar to the enlarger that I have sitting here. So, am I still wrapping up? I said I was done, and I'm still and he's still talking. I love you all. Peace.